Hello guys, this is me, Danny96, back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 23 tips for the 2025 AFL season. So what a round it was last week, round 22. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, but we did get most of these right. Yeah, we got 7 out of 9 tips correct for this round. It was pretty interesting. Definitely some close upsets that were made, but yeah, overall not too bad. I mean, this first tip was not great, that was terrible, but otherwise Geelong got it done, St Kilda just got it done, Brisbane somehow in an upset. I mean, they got close coming back, it just wasn't enough. Gold Coast got it done, Freo got it done in what was a close game. Definitely want to watch. And then yeah, the Giants got it done, the Bulldogs got it done just. They almost lost that, they almost did. And same with the Crows. I mean, like, they were behind. They were behind for most of the game. So I don't know if you call that a win. And you can see the predicted versus actual margins for this round. It was yeah, just some mixed range of results. That first game was not good at all. I mean, one to forget. But yeah, pretty interesting round. And yeah, let's move on to round 23. And so here we are, round 23. It is a big round. Last week was not looking big. This one is looking big in every aspect, and I can't wait. It's gonna be huge, and really, I don't know. I think this will be a bad week of tipping because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of these wrong, but I don't know. I might be right, but I just don't know. It's not a good feeling. But let's have a look at the first game, and the round is starting on a Friday, not a Thursday, which is interesting because the Thursday is when the AFLW is starting. So yeah, we're starting on the Friday, and this first game isn't looking too interesting. So let's have a look. It's between Essendon versus St Kilda, playing at Marvel Stadium on the Friday night, and yeah, this is not going to be that interesting. We already know lots about Essendon. They're just hit with injuries, and yeah, I think they're just waiting for the season to end. It just hasn't been, you know, the good season at all. As for St Kilda, this is for 4 wins in a row. I mean, surely they get this one. I just hope that they don't get it done in like a close one. I feel like that's something St Kilda would do, but you think surely they can just take it up a notch and, you know, get a comfortable win against Essendon, who, yeah, they do have a pretty good rivalry between each other. But yeah, this is a must for St Kilda. They just need to get this one done. And yeah, I'm going to take a bit of a risk with the margins. I don't think it'll be a dominant game for St Kilda for some reason. I still think it'll be some low scoring game, but I think this tip should be simple. It's nothing too interesting, but I think for this first game, St Kilda get this one done with a big win, and I'm predicting the margins to be 44 points, which honestly I feel like would be 30 less, but I think 44 points is a bit high, but we'll keep it like that. And yeah, I'm rating this game a 72. Now looking at the next game, which is happening at, well, yeah, right after the, like during this game. It's happening just, yeah, a bit later, but this is looking huge. I can't wait for this game. It's gonna be a big one. Let's have a look. It's between Fremantle and Brisbane, playing at Optus Stadium, and this is gonna be a massive game. It will definitely shape the top 8. Fremantle have been pretty clutch this season. I mean, they are sitting 4th, which is a big surprise. They are in the top 4. That's the last team I would expect to be in the top 4. But they've just been good, and really, if they win this one, they could almost solidify that spot. I don't know if they actually, I don't know, because Gold Coast are still a couple games behind. So yeah, if they want any chance to be in the top 4, they need to win this game. Absolutely. And Freo, they're back at home, and they've been pretty good at home in recent record. They have been pretty clutch. They tend to be behind at 3/4 time, but they find a way to gain the lead towards the end, like they did last week. But up against Brisbane, again, disappointing at home. It's been a big concern for them. They just play very shaky at home, but whenever they travel, whenever they go away, they play really well. And this one sort of scares me. I feel like Brisbane could pull off an upset here. I don't even know if you call it an upset, but I feel like they can pull away with this one. They don't play too bad at Optus. They play pretty well. So this is an interesting watch. It will be a close one for sure. So yeah, tipping this one is going to be hard. I really want to tip Brisbane for an upset, but I'm going to stick with a safe option. I feel like with the announcement of Nat 5's retirement, he's playing his last season. Surely some momentum will be gained from this. And yeah, they're looking good for you. They're looking good, and they're pretty good at home. So I am going to tip Freo for this one. It is going to be a risky tip, of course, but man, this game is going to be huge. And yeah, I think they'll get it done by 9 points. And I'm rating this game a 94. Now we go down to these Saturday games, and it's going to be a big day. Honestly, this is going to be a really big day. I can't wait for this day. Where do we start? I mean, a lot of action-packed games up ahead, and let's start with the first one. This is looking like another final shaping game for both these teams. I mean, let's have a look. It's between Gold Coast and GWS playing at People First Stadium, and man, this is going to be huge. Gold Coast have been pretty good this season. I mean, they are just packing up with those wins. They've been good. They've been good, and surely it's their birth of their final series. Their first time ever playing finals. Is taking a long road, but it looks like they'll finally get there. But just be certain of that. They need to get these last few wins, and up against the Giants, it won't be an easy task. And well, yeah, this will be a big watch. I mean, GWS tend to be winning against the Gold Coast above, but the Gold Coast have been playing pretty well at home. They've been pretty good this season. I mean, they've been in Collingwood, they've been in Brisbane. So yeah, for this game, I do expect them to beat the Giants, and it's going to be huge because the Giants need to win a few games here, because otherwise they will be the ones missing out the 8. They are a game ahead of the Bulldogs, but percentage-wise, it won't look good. And if they do lose this one, and the Bulldogs, well, they're versing West Coast, so they should win that one. They need to be a game ahead, and it's not looking good. So yeah, the Giants are the biggest ones in strife. This is a game that they need to somehow cause an upset, but for this game, I have to tip the favourites because they have been pretty good at home. In fact, they've been really good at home. I mean, they've only lost... I mean, I'm trying to remember the time they've lost a home game. It's been a while, but yeah, I think they get this one done. So yeah, I think Gold Coast will beat the Giants in what I think is going to be a pretty close one. I do expect the margin to be 12 points, and I'm rating this game a 92. Now look at the next game, which is also on the Saturday afternoon. Again, like a quarter ahead, basically, of this other game. But this game wouldn't have much stake, but it is looking like a good game. I mean, I think this will be pretty close. So let's have a look. It's between Carlton and Port Adelaide, playing at Marvel Stadium on that Saturday afternoon. And yeah, as I said, won't impact the 8, but should be a good game. Carlton have been pretty disappointing this season, of course. They didn't play too well against the Gold Coast. I mean, yeah, they did try to come back, but again, they always do that. Their second halves have been just like that. As for Port, they almost caused an upset against Freo. That was a big game by them. That was honestly, I was watching that. I thought that was a pretty good game by them, and yeah, quite disappointed they didn't get the win. But you know, you take those performances. They actually tried. So yeah, they're going to Melbourne here with a bit of, I guess, optimism. I feel like they could cause an upset in this one. Carlton are looking favourites here for this game. They haven't won in quite some time, but at Marvel, it is their best ground. So do you get a home advantage for that? But I don't know. This is a tough game to tip. I could really see either team winning this one, and honestly, it's going to be a pain. It's going to be a pain for one of these teams. But as for tipping this game, I am going to go with the upset tip. I mean, I think last week showed that they still can play. I mean, if they do what they did last week, then they are well within that chance. And, well, I'm going to go for an upset tip and tip Port Adelaide for this one. It's going to be a tough tip, honestly. I do expect Carlton to get this one. I wouldn't be even surprised if Carlton win this one. But, yeah, just a bit of something different. I'm going to tip Carlton to lose this one. They lost to them earlier in the year, like in round 16, by a pretty big margin. But, yeah, I think Port will just get this one done, and I think they'll get it done by 15 points. And I'm rating this game a 76. Now looking down at the next game, and this game isn't as big, but we've seen funny things before. And well, let's have a look. It's between Hawthorn and Melbourne, playing at the MCG on the Saturday twilight, and well, who knows, this could be an interesting game, but this could be very just one-sided. Hawthorn got a pretty impressive win against Collingwood. They had to beat one of the higher teams above in the 8. I think they had to win 1 or 2, but they got the 1. And yeah, they just need to win this game, and I think next week they're versing, I can't remember who they're versing next week, but I think it might have been one of the lower teams. And this is, yeah, looking primed for them. They are in a pretty good position at the moment to finish within the 8. But yeah, up against Melbourne, who Melbourne played really well as well last week against the Bulldogs. Almost caused an upset. They were in front for parts, didn't get it done, but they looked pretty good. And well, who knows, could they bring that effort into this game? It's going to be interesting. It will be tough. It is a Hawthorn home game, so they will have that advantage. But yeah, I just hope that it will be a good game to watch. It's always going to be an intriguing contest, but you never know. You never know with these kinds of games. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. I think this will be very interesting, but I think this result should be as expected. I'm going to tip Hawthorn to get this one done, and they should get it done by 26 points. And I'm rating this game a 79. Now looking at the next game, and this is without doubt game of the round. This is going to be a huge game, and I mean, man, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting for both of these teams. So let's have a look. It's between Adelaide and Collingwood, playing at the Adelaide Oval on the Saturday night in this primetime slot, and this is going to be huge for a top 4 battle. Adelaide are in their prime. They're looking good this season. They are right now top, and you know what? They're most likely to finish top. I mean, their only competitor would be probably Geelong, and that will be an interesting case. But if Adelaide win this game, then they will be locked in to B minor premiers, I think, basically. I mean, percentage-wise, they're ahead, but yeah, there's some calculations that will need to be done. They basically got it, if anything. If they get this win, they will be minor premiers. So it's a big week for Adelaide. And as for Collingwood, they've been disappointing. Someone needs to study their downfall. I mean, what's going on? They were like 10 games at like 10 points ahead in first, and then now they're third. I don't know how that happens. I really don't know, but it's a big collapse, and I feel like Collingwood are a big chance in this game. They have a pretty good record in Adelaide. They somehow find a way to win in Adelaide. So, who knows? An upset could be brewing here for Collingwood. Maybe it's the win that they need. Who knows? But don't count them out. Collingwood are well and truly in this. It's just going to be a bit hard. I mean, Adelaide are looking good. They basically won every home game except for one, which is at Gather Round. So it's a big task, but yeah, this is going to be a huge game to watch. I can't wait for this one, just out of intrigue. But I am going to go for the safe option and tip the Crows. I, again, think Collingwood are a big chance in this game. I think this is a 50-50 game. Honestly, I do expect this one to be close. So yeah, I think the Crows get it done by 5 points. And I'm rating this game a 95. Now looking at the last 3 games. There's just the 3. Not the most interesting of games, but I mean, the Saturday had it covered. So yeah, we'll see how this round looks. So starting with this first one. It's, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty interesting for both these teams. Let's have a look. It's between North Melbourne and Richmond, playing at Ninja Stadium, which is the stadium in Hobart. So yeah, I think this will be good. North have not had a great season at all. They're just on this losing streak. They haven't won in some time. I kind of forgot when they won last, honestly. maybe against West Coast. I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, they haven't had a great season. So haven't Richmond. But they have won not long ago. So who knows? I feel like both these teams are within 50-50 reach of this game. I do think this will be a close one. But I mean, North at that ground, they almost beat Brisbane. So my thinking's that they should beat Richmond, but really, I don't know. This season's been weird. And yeah, it has no impact within the 8, nothing at all. 16th or 17th. It won't be as interesting a game, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to tip Richmond because they haven't been too bad for what they've been expected this year, but I think North should get this one. Should get this win, and yeah, I just have to stick with a safe option. I didn't really know what else to say. Yeah, North haven't won in a while, so can they get this win? It is a big test, but yeah, I think they should get this one done, and I think they will by 20 points. And I'm rating this game a 75. Now we look down to the next game, and this is, not gonna lie, looking pretty good. I'm actually quite intrigued for this game, just out of interest to see what happens. Let's have a look. It's between Sydney and Geelong, playing at the SCG on the Sunday afternoon, and who knows, this game could be pretty interesting. Sydney haven't had the greatest of seasons, but can I say something? They had a pretty good win last week. I did not see that coming. They, yeah, really did surprise me, and that was brilliantly done by them. Held on and took an upset win. They've been that one bogey team in the bottom 8. They've been not too bad in the second half. It's just the first half where they've had problems, and I mean, yeah, they're just starting to come back now. Looking good for them. And as for Geelong, I mean, yeah, it's going to be the biggest test, honestly, Sydney. They are, yeah, Geelong are looking good. They're looking really good. They sit second, looking like a high chance to finish second, and, well, I do expect them to get this win. I don't think it will be a smashing by Geelong, but I do expect them to get this done. And, I mean, who knows? Could Sydney somehow pull off an upset against them? They're at home. But they haven't won many home games this season, and yeah, this will be a challenge for them. Geelong are the favourites, and they've been pretty good away from home, and I mean, they're fighting for that top 2 spot. They need to win this one, absolutely. And honestly, if they do win this one, then it might lock in the top 2 spot. So yeah, big game this one, but yeah, I expect Geelong to get this one done. It is a big game, but who knows? And yeah, I think they'll get it done by 35 points. And I'm rating this game an 81. Now looking at the last game of the round, and this is looking pretty dull. I mean, for one team it's very important, the others, yeah, just, you know, pretty standard stuff for a last game of the round. But let's have a look. It's between Western Bulldogs and the West Coast Eagles, playing at Marvel Stadium on the Sunday twilight, and yeah, this game won't be that interesting. The Bulldogs have been looking, you know, not too bad. They're still in the hunt for the 8. They're sitting 9th, but they need to win this game, absolutely. I don't think percentage should be a big problem for them. They don't really care about that. It's just the wins. I mean, they've done the percentage part, they just need the wins part. And, well, this is like the easiest task you could be given. I mean, they just have to beat West Coast. That's really it. And then wait next week and then versus Fremantle. But this is the first part. Yeah, big stakes. Really big stakes. But this should be a simple game. A one-sided game. Can I say for West Coast, they haven't had a great season. But last week was pretty impressive by them. I was pretty impressed. They managed to stay in the game for pretty long hunts. But fortunately, things didn't quite end the way they liked, but good performance. It was a good performance, an honorable performance, but yeah, I didn't expect them winning this one, and quite simply, I think they'll get smashed. I mean, the Bulldogs have been known to just smash teams below them, and I think that's what the Bulldogs will do. I don't know if they'll play it safe, but this is the Bulldogs' time to shine, and they need this one. So yeah, I think the Bulldogs will get this win by 76 points. And I'm rating this game a 65. And just like that, that is my round 23 tips done and dusted. It's going to be a big round. Let me say, we haven't had the big round in quite some time, but this is going to be huge. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.